There are always two sides of the story, and you've got to listen to the other party as well. So, whatever you believe of what you're seeing right now, have a look, watch it, and feel free to comment and like and share this video. See you guys.
What happened last night in Sydney is disgraceful. And the media, and the politicians, the New South Wales Police are lying to the Australian people when they talk about context, when they talk about blocking the passageways, or when they talk about baiting the police. None of that is true. So yesterday evening we were engaged in a peaceful protest. So at the end of the night there was a call given by one of the commanders there that the protest has finished and if you could start to disband. And naturally by that time it was Maghrib, sunset prayer, and we started to walk away. As we walked away, we decided to go into the furthest zone away from the road. So we moved as furthest away from police as we could so we could conduct our prayers peacefully, effectively, without disruption. And after a couple of minutes, we heard very, very aggressive yelling, which later we understood was police. So as we're performing this prayer, the women were pepper sprayed in the last line of the prayer, and they were physically picked off one by one. What I remember when I was praying is I saw somebody on my periphery to my right go flying.
I felt someone grab me by the shoulder. There was actually two police officers who grabbed me and they threw me across the floor. So I've got a bruise underneath my armpit here, and I've also got both my knees that are being x-rayed tomorrow.
I was kneed in my back and screamed at, move, move. They were grabbing me by my t-shirt, kicking me in the back. This is something that's completely unacceptable. It's traumatizing.
I just got off the phone actually with one of the sisters that was there, and she's also got both her knees bruised and she's also been to the doctors today.
Even I still remember one police officer came and grabbed my shoulder and tried to drag me across. He dragged me for about half a metre. Somebody came and stood in my way, who I later learned his name is Edward. And Edward is non-Muslim, but Edward stood beside me, to protect other worshippers.
We were in the most humble position that we could be in our prayers, and that was being snatched away from us. For me, I found it very hard as well because my kids had seen the footage before I had gotten home and they couldn't go to sleep until I had answered their questions. So they're asking me questions as simple as, Abba, why did you get thrown when you were praying? Didn't they know that you were nearly finished? And all these sort of questions that I'm explaining to preschoolers at home so that they can go to sleep.
This is completely disrespectful to people of faith, and there has to be repercussions to those who made those decisions. To punch people who had their arms raised, to pepper spray people without discretion, to just simply cause the chaos and the trauma that they've now inflicted in New South Wales. They have to take responsibility for that.
I'm not appealing for an apology, but rather I am threatening legal action. We'll be pursuing this through all the legal processes that we have available made to us. And in addition to that, this is a clear message that the protest will continue. Whether we are attacked, whether we are in our prayers and we're attacked, we will continue to raise our voices for the people of Palestine, no matter what.